Well, welcome. I'm Pat Board, CEO of UAP Clinic. I'd like to welcome you here to our groundbreaking ceremony, a very, very exciting day in the history of the clinic, our relationship with Union Hospital, and obviously all of our physicians, staff, and everybody in our medical community, and certainly our patients. This year marks the clinic's 95th anniversary, making UAP Clinic one of the longest operating medical practices in the country. Today's festivities are a perfect representation of why the clinic remains a vital healthcare resource in the Wabash Valley. What distinguishes the clinic from many medical practices across the country is that throughout the decades of the clinic's long history, its founders and physician leaders have viewed the clinic's future not through the lens of their own careers, but rather the needs of their patients, their community, and then the physicians and staff who will follow in their footsteps. It is within this framework the clinic's leaders are taking another bold step during a time in our nation, in our region's history, where it would be awful easy for the physicians to say, it's too risky, just don't want to do it right now. But they've done this to assure the success, access to health care for the next generation of patients through the continuing renewal of the clinic, through which this building is a great representation of that renewal. This building not only is it a great place to see patients, but it represents a place for our next generation of patients and for those physicians and staff that will have to recruit and hopefully work a long time at the clinic to provide care for people in the Wabash Valley. I'm honored to share today's celebration with the many, many people here today that have contributed so much to the success of the history of the clinic and its future. So I thank you all for coming, and I'm going to run through, and Mary knows I speak fairly quickly, and she warned me to do so. There's many people, and there's way too many people to acknowledge, and obviously I won't be able to do that individually for everyone, but I have a long list here, so bear with me, and please raise your hand as I ask those people to acknowledge that I've read their name. So, we have with us here today clinic representatives, our board representatives, Dr. Andresen, Hans Andresen up here, Rob Coons on the clinic's board. Rob, there he is. He's barely squeezed in here. Dr. Krishna Namburi, Scotty Scott, yeah, he's barely squeezed in also. Jennifer Thomas, Jenny, there she is. She's reached for the sky. Dr. Anna Zimmerman. I saw her here. Yep, there. In our administrative team, Mary Fazekas, who has so graciously got this all together with some help from Susan Snyder, who started. Mike Foudy, I saw Mike in the back. And Pam Smith, who is leading a lot of our project here. From the Union Health System, we have today with us Dave Dewar. Dave, I haven't seen you yet. Nope, not raised his hands. Ken Baker. Ken's back there also. We don't not enough room. Dan Bradley. Bill Grimes. I saw Bill, spoke with Bill. Steve Witt. Union Hospital. Scott Tiefteller. John Lukens. John, he's outside too. Okay. What is it with the folks? Dan DeBard. Is Dan out there too? Dan's out there too. Okay. Bob McLaughlin. Bob is here. I know Bob is here. Dr. John Bollinger. There's John. Wayne Hudson. I saw Wayne was outside also. Rhonda Smith. There's Rhonda. Sally Zuhl. From our education enterprise, Dr. Jim Turner, who will say a few words, and Dr. Peter Young. There's Peter. Thank you, Peter. We have a building committee that has worked tirelessly at the clinic to really spend a lot of time making sure what we design meets the needs of our patients. Dr. Phil Reed is chair of that committee. Dr. Monty Cordray. Dr. Cordray, just a sidebar, he warned me about 2-3 years ago, you better dang well get this thing built. Dr. Grant Hammonds. Steve Howard. Don Jolliffe. Don. Dr. Ken Lorenz. Saw Dr. Lorenz. I know he's here. There, okay. Dr. Dick Mayrose. Not sure if Dr. Mayrose made it. Dr. Nemburi, we've introduced, and Jack Robinson. And certainly without our building partners who are busily supervising and getting our work done, we obviously would not have gotten anywhere. David Hannum from C.H. Garmong & Sons. David. Ralph Wagle, also from Garmong. Brian Koistra. Brian's the guy who's got to go really make it happen out there. All thanks to David and Ralph. John Thompson, I'm not sure was John is going to be able to make it from Thompson Thrift. John is here. Great. No, he's not here. Well, Paul is here. Paul Thrift is here. Mike McCasm from Somerset CPAs, who's counts the numbers, make sure we have enough dollars there. From First Financial, Dave Furmeister. There's Dave. Our counsel, Craig McKee, who's been with the clinic 14, maybe 15 years now, help keeping us on the right track. And our architectural team, Jim Meelan, Alan Tucker, and Jennifer King. And finally, before we ask some people to make some brief comments, I acknowledge again Mary for doing all the hard work and making this get pulled off, pointing everybody in the right direction, and Susan Snyder, who has sadly left the clinic but started this process for us. Thank you. And I will ask Mayor Bennett to take the stand and say a few words.